Mr. Kommer, we're in Berlin at the start of 2025 and the world is in a turbulent, may I say, state. We have the elections, the German elections coming in the next couple of months, and we also have Donald Trump being sworn in for president in the next few days. Given this context, what is your view on global politics, but also global factors that are impacting the economy?
I'm sure the economy of the United States and the economy of the world will have Donald Trump will play probably there will be changes for sure in how it affects the markets as well as other countries' economies, all depending on what exactly he does. Hopefully he leaves things fairly normal. The economy in Germany has been obviously had overheated back a couple of years ago, and it's now paying a small price. It's still reasonably good, but the property market is really down here at the moment. And there are good opportunities, of course, whenever there's a market is down. But there is a turbulent couple of years, I think, still ahead before we come out of all the potential things that can go wrong. And as you know, there is a lot of there had been a huge amount of inflation, which caused this in the first place, which was caused by too much printing of money during the last recession, and obviously then by COVID.
So do you think that in the next few months or maybe a few years we'll have a Trump effect that will play a pivotal role on the global economy?
I hope not, but I'd say it a lot depends on how much of this trade wars and all this he intends to cause with Europe and with China and with obviously his neighbours in Canada and all that. It all depends on what exactly he does. Hopefully, he's got to understand as well that the USA has 32 trillion of debt at the moment, which a lot of it, I forget the exact percentages now, but a lot of it belongs to Europe and China, and they're not without their own tools to hold against the USA if it gets too hot. But that would be it wouldn't be good if they started selling down USA bonds or anything like that, but which, there is 32 trillion and most of it is Europe and Chinese debt, isn't it? Which is a hell of a lot.
And what about the other side of the pond? What do you think the impact on Europe is going to be, both in Germany, where we are right now, but also in regards to the UK and also the rest of Europe?
Well, we're all on the brink of lots of countries in Europe. I think Austria is already in recession. I think we're Ireland, UK, Germany. We're on the brink of recession. So we've got to be, it will be a turbulent couple of years for sure. But I think the German economy is resilient, and I think they have been resilient down through the years, and I think they will. And the UK is, they would be far better off if they came back into Europe again. But I hope they think about doing that in the not too distant future. Europe and the UK would be far better if UK was in Europe, and I think then we would have really a great united Europe and be able to hold our own against the whole world very, very easy.
And does turbulence bring opportunities as well? Your business history has proven that in times of turmoil, you can also create something new and something important. So do you think that in the next, say, 2 to 5 years, there will also be opportunities, especially in Europe? And if I need to focus a bit on that, on the real estate sector, where your main or core business is?
Of course, the old sayings, whether it's Donald Trump or not Donald Trump, but the world's greatest investor, Berkshire Hathaway. What's his name again? I forget his name at the moment, but he always said, be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. Or we say in Ireland, we run when they're walking and walk when they're running. And of course, these are the opportunities that you will have. The more turbulence you have and the more things are down, the more opportunities you get for the likes of Comer Group to buy and to invest in economies when everything is down, and you get, of course, much better value than when you're investing. When the markets are crazy and everything is really high, then any investments you do then are really dangerous, because they can only go one way, and that's down. But when they're down, as they were in 2000 and from 2000 and probably 9 to 2013 in Europe, there was some fantastic opportunities, but you don't want, hopefully we don't get those times back again. As much as it would benefit Comer Group, it probably wouldn't benefit other companies,
Since you mentioned Comer Group, can you give us a presentation of the size and of the strategies that you're following in terms of your investments?
Well, we would always have in our war chest hundreds and hundreds of millions of euros to invest in preferably in Europe. We have invested a lot in the USA over the last 5 years, but we would prefer to keep everything within our Europe, and we would go to wherever we could see the best opportunities.
What about your investments in Greece? I would like to focus on that. What brought you to the country, and what is your vision for your investments in Greece?
Well, at the time we went to Greece, we had a very persistent German agent who had been living a lot in Greece, and he heard about us and he wanted us to get involved in the casino. So we eventually went there to look at it, and we went, I'd say, probably visited Greece about 5 times, and then we decided, okay, we'll make the first venture into Greece and we'll acquire the casino. In the meantime, then we acquired another hotel in the Poseidon, which was a very big hotel on 28 acres with about best part of a kilometre of beachfront and about 350 odd bedrooms and suites and everything. A very good hotel, and we invested a good bit of money in it, but it's going very well at the moment. And then we had another opportunity in one of the islands. It was the Mabley Hotel, and we bought that one. We didn't open that yet because it was closed during COVID when we took it over, and there was a bit of storm damage done, a lot of storm damage done in it, but we reinvested a few million, or I think about 4 million into it, and now it's almost ready to open and should open next, that's in Zakynthos, the island of Zakynthos, should open next April. And then this year, last year, in 2024, we acquired Kinetic Beach Hotel, which is about 20 minutes from Loutraki and about probably 40 minutes from Athens. So we find the Greek investments, and we intend to invest, I suppose, we have at least another 150 million to invest in Greece, and we're looking at one very big project at the moment in Greece, which is just up the road on the edge of the famous canal, Zakynthos canal, and we expect to invest probably if that, and it is looking like it will come about, in a big marina project there. We expect to invest about 300 or 400 million in that project over the next few years.
So what's the total of your planned investments in Greece for the next, say, 5 years?
It'll be at least 500 million.
And that's all equity coming into the Greek economy, right? FDI, 500 million FDI coming to Greece?
It would be 100% Comer equity. Yeah.
Why Greece? Why, of all the countries in the world, do you plan to invest 500 million in Greece?
Well, when you come from Ireland, the weather is one major factor, and it is, there's a lot of people. I think Greece is one of still. It became a little bit not the major, but I think at the moment it's becoming again one of the major holiday destinations, and we see, we think we can do good in Greece, and we wouldn't do that. We have some major investments, so we wouldn't do it unless we thought we could make money at the end of the day, and that's what I expect to do.
What about the business environment in the country? Has it changed in the last 5 years? Do you think that Greece is a country where some foreign investor would like to invest in?
From a government point of view, I'm not. This current government is forever trying to attract inward investment, and they couldn't be more helpful in, obviously not with anything other than encouragement and making the right environment, like doing everything they possibly can to make it attractive to invest in Greece. And so you couldn't. I would have to say that I would give them 10 out of 10 for encouraging inward investment, and for that you're not going to lose your money and you're not going to be taxed out of the market.
And to wrap it up, what is your view on Greece and the growth for Greece in the next few years, given the fact that you're heavily invested in the country?
I think Greece is at the moment as good as investment opportunity as any other country in Europe, or in the world for that matter. And we have Greece as one of our top destinations to invest. And the value for money that we can get, and we can buy stuff. We can buy land at reasonable prices. We can develop at reasonable prices. And I think the end users will be there if we make it attractive enough.
Thank you very much for that very interesting discussion.
Thank you very much.